Norway's economy seems to be the envy of the world. It has used its vast oil reserves in the North Sea to a number of ends: to power economic growth, give it exceptional budget surpluses, create a $760 billion oil fund, and help build businesses like this.
Aker Solutions is the biggest of Norway's many oil services companies. And outside the country, Norway stands as a poster child for how sensible policy making can allow a country to escape Dutch disease, the curse that natural resources can inflict on the rest of an economy.
Increasingly, though, there are concerns that Norway's traditional manufacturers are being squeezed out by the oil sector. However, Aker's chief executive is unapologetic about the strength of the oil industry.
If you intend to develop both a company as well as a country, you have to play to your strengths. And the oil sector is definitely the key strength of Norway. Our mandate is not only to develop our industry, but also the local society. So the knock-on effects on other industries should not be underestimated. So that's the circle in this country, and the Aker companies play an important role in that mechanism.
Others worry that a more subtle form of Dutch disease is catching on, with Norway's riches encouraging its population to work less and play more. Symptoms are easy to see on a Thursday or Friday afternoon when Oslo dwellers flee for their country huts. Norwegians already work the second fewest hours a week in Europe, while they have the highest hourly wages.
I think Norway has become extremely dependent on oil, and research I'm involved with suggests that there is much more than what you typically would expect. So I think there is a concern when you are in an economic situation as we are, where everything works well, unemployment is low, wage increases are high, inflation is low. What you see is that rather than strive to be more productive and to work longer hours and to stay longer in school, we see the other tendency that now it's time to take out more leisure. Now dropout from high school has increased relative to other Nordic countries. So the fact that you don't strive too much is a concern.
Here at Martalen, Oslo's new food hall, cheeses from France and Spain cost up to $100 a kilo, and yet there are still buyers. Norwegians pay the highest price in Europe for food and drink, with alcohol and tobacco costing triple the EU average.
Business is also worried, with companies outside the oil sector fretting about their competitiveness. Norwegian Air Shuttle, the country's low-cost airline, has already moved parts of its operations out of the country.
Oil is extremely good, so economy in Norway is extremely strong. But the oil economy in all other countries have a tendency to damage the rest of the industry. That we have seen in several countries, so you definitely should be extremely aware of that.
For sure, Norway is not doomed, and it has a set of economic problems many countries would envy, but worries still abound, from a housing market that looks to many like it's in a bubble, to a slowdown in economic growth.
Nobody is predicting a crash for Norway anytime soon, but the warning signs are there, and the new centre-right government, in power since October, has promised to boost the competitiveness of Norway's non-oil industries. It's likely to be a tough job given all the prosperity oil has brought the Nordic country, but crucial for what kind of nation Norway will be when the petroleum finally runs out. Richard Milne, Financial Times, Oslo.